Good evening, everyone. It's Lori. It is Move It Monday for August 21st, Eclipse Day. And we have Lisa Washington here as our superstar sharer. We're going to be talking about spa tonight. So, Ms. Lisa, take it away.
Okay, hold on a minute. I don't know what I did with you guys. You disappeared. Okay, here we go. We're back. All right, so selling spa. I will say that spa is the majority of my sales. I sell skincare and spa more than anything, but spa more than anything. And it started, way back when I first joined Jeffrey over 20 years ago. I started doing foot spa parties. The products have evolved many times over those years. The only thing we still have now that we had back 22 years ago is Royal Almond. That was before Royal Jelly Body Complex even came out. So I remember when it came out. So I'm going to talk about 5 areas where I sell, 5 different ways that I sell spa, and that has accounted for the fact that consistently I sell over $1,000 worth of spa a month. I also sell skincare and fragrance and color, but spa is by far the biggest. So one place where I started selling spa was in parties. And I will say that I do use an outline. Even though I've been doing it for 22 years, 23 years, I still walk into my spa party with an outline. That way people see me do it, they think that they can do it too. And the other reason why I sell a lot of spa in the parties is because of my setup. And this is really more important than the demo, is your setup. So I'm going to give you 8 products that I believe is the ultimate spa setup, and you group them in 2s. So the first 2 are almond oil and olive oil. And, I like to separate them into a little doily or a little plate or on a little mirror or something, so that these 4 displays with 2 products each stand out. So on one of these little displays, you're going to have what I call Royal Body Care, and that's the almond oil and the olive oil. On the next display, it's going to be Professional Spa, and you'll have the ginger and sea salt body rub and the soothing mineral bath salts. The next display is called Family Favorites, and it has Precious Protein and Foot Balm. And the 4th display is Royal Jelly, and it has the Body Complex and the Royal Jelly Lift Concentrate. That's it. Now, my displays have evolved over the years, but when I find my bag getting out of hand, too many products, too much clutter, too much chaos, I narrow it back down. When you do it like this, and let me tell you what will happen. Just because you have the almond oil, you'll sell the whole line. From the olive oil, you'll sell that whole line. From the 2 spa products, you can also sell mud mask and the scalp treatment. You can sell that whole line. And from the family favorites, from the Precious Protein, I have dozens of clients who buy that whole line with the shower gel and the extra care cream and the hand cream, simply because they just tried the oil. And then, of course, with the Royal Jelly line, the Body Complex and the Lift Concentrates are my 2 top sellers as far as add-ons and as far as when people fall in love with that line, those 2 products, they automatically assume that the entire line is top of the line, top grade, and they have faith and trust in buying that whole entire line. Okay, so in a party environment, that's the setup you go with, and I will just go a little bit over the flow of it. And if you want to outline, I'll give it to Lori. But the flow is you do the ginger scrub at the beginning. I do not. I used to do it as they came in one by one, but I don't do that anymore. I just socialize as they come in. And when we get ready to start the spa party, everybody does the scrub at the same time. I just go down the line, give everybody a little scoop of scrub, and then they rinse, and then I go down and and let them choose between the olive and the almond. They have to choose a favorite. Okay. Doesn't mean they can't try the other one. They can put the other one on their wrist, but they try one of them on their hand after the scrub. Then, of course, they're soaking. And you've got products in the tub. And I do explain what's in the tub, but from the soak, when they take their foot, they use Precious Protein on a wet foot, and then they use ginger scrub on a wet foot. And then dry, rinse and dry. Once they take it out of the water, they use the peppermint foot balm. It's no longer called peppermint foot balm. It's called foot balm, and then body complex. And there it is. Again, as a simplified way to look at it, but that's the party outline. And more important than the party outline is that when you get finished, those displays look exactly like they look when you started. So when you pick up a product to use it, you set it right back on that display, because they're going to come up and they don't remember what they use. They're going to be asking you questions. But if you've got it simplified into those displays, they know what they love. They know what they want. All they have to do is decide what they want to start with. And by the way, I give them a piece of paper and they be making a wish list as we go. So at the end, you only have to ask them, do you want to start with your favorites or do you want to start with what's on sale? Okay. And then they can go from there. All right. So that's the party. I also sell a lot of spa during customer service. I do have my own customer profile that I use. I just created it myself. And when I call for customer follow-up, I just look at the card and see what they've already used. I can ask, are you running out of this, or are you running out of that? Because I know what they already use. If they've never used body care, for instance, if they only use skincare, then I can ask them, what are you using to exfoliate your body? Do you ever get dry or ashy? Do you want to know what my favorite recommendations are for this or for that? So from that, I also sell a lot of spa doing customer service. It doesn't matter if they bought the spa or not. If they started with skincare, I can still sell them spa. If they started with spa, I can cross-sell to skincare. By the way, at my spa parties, I used to do the face while they soak. I stopped doing that. Now everybody goes home with the Royal Jelly Sachet card. And now I can follow up. They bought the body care at the party. I follow up on the sachets and I get skincare sales afterwards. Okay? And they get to go home with something cute. Just put it in a cute color envelope. Let me see if I have one here. Yep. I buy these little social envelopes at Walmart, and they fold in half and they go right in there. Okay? And so they get to go home with a sample and that you can follow up with. All right. So another thing I do at the parties is I play the name game. Who's your best friend? Who do you interact with more at work? What lady lives to the left of you? What lady lives to the right of you or across the hall from you or whatever? What's your favorite relative? And now they've got a little list of names, and now they can decide if they want to use that list to have a party and get some free products, or if they want to give me that list so that I can send them samples, and then they'll get a $5 gift card. Now, because they have a sample there, they understand what I'm going to mail them, and they don't feel freaky or some kind of way about you offering to send their friends, to mail their friends. And I don't ask for addresses. I only ask for a name and phone number. Then I text or call the person that says, so-and-so recommended that I send you some samples. Are you interested? Just give me an address. Okay. All right. So, and then you follow up on those. So that's another way to sell from referrals. I do also make my own sample of olive oil. Okay. When I used to do olive and almond and Precious Protein, but again, I find that if they fall in love with one oil, they'll trust the rest of them. So I just do olive oil myself, right? In a little jar. It cost me 10 cents. Now, let's see. Events. So those are my trusted few. Yeah, excuse me, ladies. Allergies. Those are my trusted few. But recently I started also experimenting with, well, I went back to doing events. I used to do events when I first started, and they're not my favorite thing to do, so I stopped for many years. But now, now that I lost the first half of the year due to medical issues, now I've got to play catch up. So I started doing events recently, and my event displays are still very simple. I don't take everything that I take to the parties. I keep it real simple. I do olive oil, almond oil, and the ginger scrub and the bath salts. Again, I'm perfectly willing to give a sample to someone who's interested. Okay. And so, and then one thing I found out was after doing a couple events, when I have one of those on the table, people don't know that for some reason they didn't make the jump that I sell this stuff. So I'll line up 3 or 4 of the scrubs and 3 or 4 of the oils. So they said, oh, you sell this. Otherwise, I don't know what they thought I was doing there. So if you see it in my photos, you'll see that I have a little display there. So the mental message is, yes, we sell this stuff. Now, where you sell there or not, I'm not getting into that. That's between y'all and Jaffer Legal, and I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to say that I do display it like that so that they'll know that, yes, we do sell these products. All right, so the other thing I'm experimenting with is social media. So I took a little class, and basically, I'm not going to that class tonight, but what I got from the class was just start live streaming, just let people get to know you. So most of my first videos didn't even touch product. It was just about get to know Lisa. And so you build trust, you build rapport, and people get to see the heart of you. And your videos can be a minute, or it can be 5 minutes, or it can be 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. Even if you get on there for 1 minute and you say, hi, it's Wednesday, or like today, it's Monday. And, you know, I used to say, be a thank God it's Friday, TGIF person. But now, you know, since I've been in this company, I'm a TGIM person. So thank God it's Monday. It could be any little thing so that people will make a connection with you. And then they'll start asking you questions. I got a phone call today from a lady who had been in an accident and had scarring on her face. And, you know, she trusted me to recommend something that could help her with that. And so, but if she didn't see the heart of me, then she might have not, you know, and it was a recommendation through another person. Okay. But the point of the matter is both of these ladies had confidence that I could recommend something and that I wouldn't just be trying to sell snake oil, or that I'm all about the sale. Okay, so there you have it. And then, of course, you're building a video library that you can use. So now I can send off that video. I can tell somebody, go to my Facebook page and look at that body scrub versus body polish video. Or go to my Facebook page and look at this. Or I can take the link and send it to them. So those are my tips. I'm ready for questions.
Thank you, Lisa. I know I'm very happy that you said you'll send us that outline because you were talking so fast and I was scribbling so fast. I don't think I got nearly all of it. I was trying though.
Oh, God.
Those are great tips. But I would love to see the outline of your party because for me, especially simplicity, that's what I'm looking for. It's, you know, simplify so I don't take the whole kitchen sink with me. I remember a couple years ago or a year ago, you guys did only 2 bags max to a party, you know, including all your paperwork and everything, so that you can be duplicatable, because otherwise it's overwhelming. And I know I used to take like 3 boxes with me, so not anymore. Sherry's making, and she's over there going, oh no, don't do that. But yeah, so it's very, it's great tips. So I know you guys should all be on camera because you all know better than to have your cameras off. So I don't know what's going on tonight, but everybody's hiding. There we go. All my hiding people need to turn their cameras on.
Come out wherever you are.
Lisa wants to see her fan base. All right, who's got questions?
Questions. Hi, Linda.
Hi, how are you? I have a question. When you said you did events, what kind of events do you do? And could you go over what your display is again?
Okay, events. I go on to, you can go on Facebook, first of all, and you can put in the name of your area. For instance, I put in events in Georgia, vendor events in Georgia, or you can even do your city, vendor events in Atlanta. Okay, you can do vendor events in North Carolina, and then there'll be a plethora of events for you to go to.
Okay.
All right, so now from there, you pick the ones you want. Okay, there'll be some free ones. There'll be some that are very inexpensive, $20, $30. There'll be swag bag opportunities, and then there'll be some events that go up to, $1,000 and over. But you get to pick them. So I basically just went and picked 2 events for July, 2 for August, 2 for September, 2 for October. I haven't gone past there yet. So now I know that I have 2 events on my book all the way through October, and I can do November, December, should I want to. So that's how you book them. Now, the display is very simple. It's the 2 spa products, the ginger scrub and the mineral salts, and the 2 oils, the olive and the almond. Okay. And then I display, I didn't say this, I also display, I have a lipstick display. Okay, the lipstick display, bring them in because they want to come see what you got.
Right.
And then and once they get there, I ask them, let me try. And then I have one of those orange coolers that they use on the field for sporting events, and it's full of warm water. They just do the scrub. I press to sprick it down. They rinse, and then they choose the oil. That's it.
Good.
Yes.
So you actually do a hand treatment there.
Absolutely. I don't care if it's indoor or outdoor.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Glad to see you're back. I'm glad you're feeling well.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next question. The next question.
Hi, Lisa. This is Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn.
Oh, good to see you.
Your voice, Evelyn, your voice is cutting out, hon. Your voice is cutting out. You got to get closer.
Can you hear me now? Is this okay?
A little bit better.
Okay. I didn't hear the 2 products that you have for family.
Family favorites.
I'm not sure if that's the oil. Yes, the 2 products are family favorites.
Okay. Family favorites are Precious Protein and Foot Balm.
And that's the body oil, right?
The Precious Protein body oil, yes. And then the Foot Balm. Okay.
Oh, it's Foot Balm. Okay, thank you.
Do you not bring any of the shower gels?
I do. I put some shower gel, and then you'll see that on the outline. I bring it, but that's not going to go on the display. It goes in the tub, but not on the display.
Okay. And you bring the oil and the almond?
Just 2 oils. This display has to be simple, or it's going to overwhelm them. So
but you do bring both shower gels, the oil, the olive, and the almond.
No, I just bring whichever one I'm going to put in the tub, which is
okay.
My inventory.
My choice.
It doesn't matter which one of them you put in the tub, because they're not going to get down there and sniff it. But so just the 2 oils is good enough.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. I do keep the lotions in my bag because some people don't like oils. If somebody says, I just can't stand oil, then I'll pull out the lotion, but only then, because it's too much. You got 3 pieces of almond, 3 pieces of olive, 5 pieces of spa, the Royal Jelly Classic. It's just too much. You got to
moving in.
Simple. Mm-hmm.
I'm like Lori, okay, you got a bag for this and a bag for that, and then you got your paperwork, and then you got your pen bag, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'll just be right back. I got to go get another load.
I could go into that closet right there and pull out 2 bags. You'll see I'm a 2-bag lady. And never. Would you say?
Carolyn Thomas Woods has her hand up. I don't know if she has a question, but I think she does.
Okay.
Yeah, barely. You got to speak up just a little bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious, when you do your spa treatment, what is in the tub? You get, maybe I missed how you did the steps there. I got some products. You got the Royal Ginger Scrub. You talked about the mineral salts. then the precious protein oil, and the foot balm. What are the steps there?
Okay. My outline tells you how to use them, and I'll give you the outline. But the steps are that you use the ginger scrub on the first thing you do is scrub on the hand, and then can choose an oil. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So on the hand, feet are soaking. There is shower gel in the tub. I don't pull it out. There is mineral salt in the tub, and then all right, and then there's a little squirt of precious protein in the tub. Okay. But now they soak for a few minutes while I talk. And I talk about me, Jafra, the hostess, thank the hostess, all that. Then when they finish, at the end of soaking for 10 minutes, they rub precious protein on the bottom of one foot. That loosens up the dead skin. And sometimes I'll tell them, scrape your thumb across the bottom of your foot and see what's coming loose. And they're amazed. Okay. So the precious protein loosens up the dead skin. I don't care how crusty that foot is. And okay, it's all consultants here. Sometimes those feet can be crusty. It's gonna loosen it all up. And then the oil loosens it up, and then the ginger scrub sloughs it off. And I mean, it's just smooth.
You say in the tub you have the mineral salts.
1 cap of mineral salt. It's a squirt of precious protein, a squirt of shower gel, and 1 cap of mineral salt.
That's okay. All right. And then when they're done and dry off their feet, then they use the balm, the foot balm.
Okay. Yes. So that's in the tub. They put precious protein oil on, and then ginger scrub on, but they rub the scrub up as far as they can go up to the knee. They massage it in. Okay. And rinse. Then that tub of water is pushed to the side. They're done with it.
Okay.
Dry your feet. Now they get foot balm, and that goes only on the foot, and body complex all the way up to the knee.
And you said, okay, and you're gonna, how can we get the outline?
Okay, you're gonna get the outline. Lori will send the outline out. However, I don't know what means she'll do it.
I put it on the Amber Region Consultant Team group, so it'll be in the files there and pictures.
Okay, and so that's the only party I book. I very rarely, in the last 10 years, I can count on my hands the number of skincare parties I've done. I do foot spa parties, and I sell skincare.
Well, I've been doing a lot of those sip and soaks, and you do just a little more than I've been doing, and I do recognize that women do tend to like that. And so now that you've given me some more tips on how to work my little spa show.
Okay. And in the end, it's very important to say, do you want to start with your favorite, or do you want to start with what's on sale? Because there's always spa on sale.
Love it. Okay.
Okay.
Dustin, you've got your hand up. I'm going to unmute you just a second. Okay, go ahead. And welcome to the group, being brave to be here as the only boy.
Oh yeah. I love it. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I have a question because I'm doing a spa party this Thursday. I have 3 reserved and 1 is bringing a friend, so I'm really excited. I have 4. But right now, all I have is just the whole foot spa care set. So my question was, that's all I have right now because I just got started. So I was going to just demo that, and I have a couple of royal, samples and stuff to do the back of the hand and stuff like that. So my question was, for the foot spa, I don't have the Jafra salts, but I have Dr. Teal salts. But they're not going to know because I have Jafra protein oil that I'm going to sprinkle in the water. So it's going to have that Jafra scent. But my question is, for them to try between the balm and the emollient, the intensive treatment, can I let them scrub both feet and then try one on each foot to see the difference between the two to give them or should I just let them do a whole foot? I mean, how should I do that with just those products is what I'm saying. I don't have a lot for them to choose from. So what is your suggestion, Lisa, for that?
Oh, okay. I hope I'm hearing you right. Even though there are 3 pieces in the foot spa, in the foot set, only demo 1, and I sell the whole set from that 1.
Okay.
And then it's just like with as I said, I never take more than the Precious Protein body oil to demo anywhere. and then
Right.
we'll sell the whole precious protein set. So you just need to have enough of them to get the sense of how it works, how it smells, and then they can see the difference in the products in that line from the book. So if you just demo the foot balm, it's very,
Okay.
very, very impressive. There's a voice somewhere, I don't know where it is. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Laura.
Justin, that was your camera making noise, so I muted you for just a second. But when you want to talk, just unmute yourself. Again, feel free to.
Okay. So to answer his question,
he's basically saying he doesn't have much to do. He doesn't have much in stock, right?
but he has several pieces of the foot spa set. I'm assuming is what he said. I would use one piece. I wouldn't do one and the other one and ask them to choose, especially they can choose at the order time. If they say their foot is not soft, then you can move them up to the other one. Or you can
We're right too, and I wasn't really wanting them to choose. What I wanted them to see was the difference between the intent, to see the difference between the three, because one of the girls coming, she already got a set for her husband. He has diabetes, and his calves get real dry, and his feet and everything, knees and all that. And he tried the balm, and it's really good for his feet and calves, but when he tried the intensive care, it was a big deal. And so when I have another client come in, and she said, I have really, really bad feet. And some, they don't because they take care of their feet. So I was wondering if I should, for that person, let her try the emollient and let another one try the balm and let them kind of compare amongst each other. You see what I'm saying? And kind of let them get into the product to see.
Okay, there's nothing wrong. Let me just say this. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. As a matter of fact, there's no really right or wrong way to do this. I'm just sharing some tips on how I have been able to build a big, huge spa audience over the years. But yes, that the emollient is very impressive, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got it and you want to show the difference in the two, that's absolutely fine. I will just say that going forward, when you if you're going to do parties and you're going to start putting together your party bag, make a choice.
Okay.
Make a choice and choose one. Okay. And then because putting more than one piece out of that line out there will absolutely, it will make things kind of confusing. Okay. So
yeah, because you were saying earlier, it's clutter. Yeah.
That's an opinion.
Well, it's kind of like,
that sounds good.
It's the same rule in photography. If you show someone 120 images, they get completely overwhelmed. If you narrow it down to your favorite 50 or 40, they're much more likely to buy because they're not so overwhelmed. It's the same thing in Jafra. If we overwhelm them, then their eyes are going this way and they've smelled 500 things and they're overwhelmed by it. So she's just talking about simplifying. That's basically what you're doing based on the fact that that's all you have. So
right.
Yeah, I think you sound like you've got it dialed in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
If there's no other question, I do have one other thing I want to say, but I'll answer the questions first.
There's one. Sarah Hipple has her hand up. I've got to find. Oh, there she is. 1 second. Sarah, do you still have a question?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Just barely.
Okay, sorry. We're traveling in the car now. So I want to hear more about Lisa, about at your events where you're meeting new people and trying to get new clients. Once they've experienced the product, what's your process of getting their information and your follow-up?
Okay. This past last weekend, we did an event that had 2,000 people there. And I kept it really simple. I just took my Post-it note pop-up little dispenser, and everybody that stopped by, I just said, give me your information so that I can offer you more samples later. And they were just pulling them out and putting their information on there. Don't overthink it. Just make it real simple. I had some ink pens and this thing right here sitting on the table to capture information on. And, I could write on there, what did they like? Did they want a catalog? Did I give them a catalog? Did I give them a sample? That kind of thing. You got plenty of room. And I do buy the lined Post-it notes. I don't know if you can see that or not. I buy the lined ones that pop up. And I used to try to do the, the slips and no, just keep it simple.
I think this is just called Keep It Simple. That's the title of this whole training tonight. Yeah, for those of you who are new, the whole point that we're doing here is to share what we do, but there's many ways of finding your niche and how you like to take what we talk about and tweak it for yourself, or just do what we do. So that's why we're here. And Lisa, you said you wanted to wrap it up. If you guys have more questions, feel free to post them on the Amber Region Consultant Team group and ask them there, or you can ask them in the comments on the YouTube channel when you watch the video again. But we need to wrap up the next couple minutes. So I'm going to let Lisa wrap it up for us.
Okay, the last thing I wanted to say was I've shared this before, and I got questions about why did I choose the 2 royal jelly classic pieces that I chose. Notice that the only product that we didn't actually demo was the raw jelly lift concentrate. But when I give them the raw jelly body complex and I do the elbow and they put it on their foot, I do pick up that raw gel lift concentrate, and I said, and we're not going to use this tonight, but I'm going to share one of my favorite. And I just go crazy talking about how delicious and how good it is and what my clients say about it. And then people are like, oh, I want to try it. And I always say, let me just wrap up. And then, if you want to try it, we'll do that. And it just builds such a momentum for that product that is unbelievable. The body complex and the lift concentrate are my 2 top selling add-ons. I don't care what they're buying. They add those things on, and it's because of that buildup. And I just talk about it's facelift in a bottle. And I said, and so when I talk about it, I said this is raw jelly lift concentrate, lift, LIFT, like in lift up. So you gotta like in facelift and lift up. And so I encourage you to start sharing that. You will be amazed. It's the top reorder product also. Whenever Jafra have the buy one, get one free, or the 2 for $46 or the 2 for $50, whatever, clients just come out of the woodwork like that. Like, oh, I got to have more. So that's my final tip.
Thank you so much. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but that was a lot of great information, and it kind of makes me want to go do a spa party.
Keep it simple.
All right, so we did record this. I'm going to end the recording now, but next week is fragrance. I had to think about it, and this part is ended. And if you are here for the Freedom Makers, we will continue that immediately after this. Bye, y'all.